Who doesn't love a chocolate molten cake? I know I love it. And my friend Helen is here to show us how to make a gluten-free version. Nice one.
And dairy-free.
And dairy-free. Win-win. Everyone can enjoy it.
Yes, this is really easy. So we might get cracking.
Yes.
Jazzy, I might get you to grease those ramekins. Now, when I grease the ramekin, I like to stroke it in upward strokes to encourage an even rise.
Yes.
And I'll get onto the chocolate and coconut oil. Okay. So first step is to melt our coconut oil and chocolate in a small saucepan. So as we said, this is dairy-free.
Yes.
Now, I get a lot of requests for dairy-free recipes because a lot of people who don't eat gluten also either completely avoid or try to limit their dairy intake because the proteins are similar. So, you know, my new cookbook is 70% dairy-free. So coconut oil is a fantastic substitute for people who are dairy-free, and olive oil is another great one. Yes. Look, there are a lot of like dairy-free spreads on the market, but they're heavily processed and refined, so I try and stay away from those. So, you know, olive oil and coconut oil are my go-tos in dairy-free baking.
Yeah, nice deal.
So first step is just to melt this.
Yep. I actually like the combination of coconut and chocolate. It works really well. So, I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah, coconut and chocolate work beautifully together. Even coconut coffee and chocolate are also a great combination.
Nice
so,
one.
and you don't, even though it's made with coconut oil, you don't get a strong coconut flavour because it's really intense and chocolatey. So now, Jazzy, the next step is to make our cake. So I might get you to mix together eggs, 4 eggs, sugar and vanilla extract. So we just whisk that in a bowl, or you can do it in a food processor if you have at home. And I'm just going to pour this chocolate down the rim once you've whisked that all together.
Okay, 4 eggs. I love cakes like this that are so simple to put together. There's not too much work involved, just combining it and getting it into the oven.
So like with molten puddings, they're actually really easy to make. I think where people fall over is the cooking time. So because a couple of minutes under, when you turn it over, it collapses, it doesn't stay together. A couple of minutes over, and you're not going to get the lava oozing out. And you can't have a lava-less lava cake now, can you?
No, and we should point out that every oven is different. So you do need to keep an eye on them and test them, which we'll be doing later on.
Yeah, so like for this recipe, I recommend 15 to 18 minutes in a 160-degree oven. Like at home, I cook it about 18 minutes, but you know, it's trial and error because as you said, oven temperatures vary. Yeah. And we're making it in 300ml ramekins today. So if you are making it in a smaller ramekin at home, you will need to reduce your cooking time. Like if you've got a very small ramekin, it can cook in 8 minutes. Yeah. So just keep an eye on it.
So that's whisked up for you, Helen.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just pour in that chocolate, Jazzy. Yeah. And I'll get you to keep whisking. Nice. Oh, look at that, it's coming together nicely. Willy Wonka will be very happy with us. So see, it's starting to thicken up now. And we only need a little bit of flour, so 3 tablespoons of a gluten-free plain flour here. So I'm just going to sieve that over the top. Give it a little shake. And what's chocolate without a pinch of sea salt, Jazzy?
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate, salt enhances all those beautiful flavours in chocolate.
Love that. And speaking of flavours, a little vanilla too.
Yes, just a couple of teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now, at this point, if you want to flavour it with other ingredients, you can. Like if you want like a Jaffa pudding, you can add a bit of orange zest, or you know, you can add a bit of coconut. So it's quite a versatile recipe. You can play around with it. Yeah, nice one. And we've basically made our cake batter. It's as simple as that. All we need to do now is just pour them into the ramekins and pop them in the oven for 15 to 18 minutes, and then we'll flip them out. But I'm very anxious about the flip because, as I said, we want that lava to ooze out, don't we?
I have confidence in you, it will work.
That's great.
All right, let's get them in the ramekin. Helen, they look fantastic.
This is the moment of truth.
Yes.
Now, they're quite hot, so you need to use your tea towel. So we'll bring that over here.
Nice.
And what we need to do is just run our knife around the rim just to make sure it's not sticking to the sides. So we just run it across the outside like that.
You can see there's a good indication when you get slightly cakey on the outside and just a little wobbly or gooey in the centre, you're onto a good thing, surely.
We just want a little bit of a wobble.
Yes.
So what we do is we put our plate on top and we're just going to flip it over, again using our tea towel. Oh, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And it should sit up nicely. Oh, there we go, Jazzy. Are we going to garnish that with some ice cream and berries?
Oh, that looks so good. Ice cream, yes, gluten-free ice cream.
Yeah, gluten and dairy-free ice cream. I think 2 scoops, 1 for you, 1 for me.
Yes, please.
And some berries.
Okay, lots of berries on top, why not? I just love the colour difference there. And a little cocoa dusting on the top to bring it together. Whoa, let's dig in. You first. Oh,
look at that ooze.
That's what we're after. That is perfectly cooked. Cake and gooey molten lava. I always start with the goo, right?
Of course, never have too much goo.
It's going to be hot. Mmm. Helen, it's so decadent. It's so good. I can taste just a slight amount of coconut, but not much, you're right. It's all about that chocolate. Yummo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.